Lynn Kanuka is SportMed BC's resident Olympian and run-walk coach. She is a mother of four who knows how to pace herself and help you set the right pace. She says if you are a beginning runner, she likes you to shuffle a bit rather than jog in the beginning. She provides coaching advice in the newly updated The Beginning Runner's Handbook because whether you are old, short, tall, heavy, or skinny, you can learn to run. Lynn won Olympic bronze in Los Angeles in '84, and it is my pleasure to welcome Lynn Kanuka to Studio 4 to tell us more.
My pleasure to be here, Fanny. I love to run, and I can't stand it when people say to me, how do you do that? I don't like running. I'd like to run, but I can't.
Did you always run? I mean, we all did when we were 6, but did you always love running is the right question.
No, I didn't. I just, as a high schooler, it goes back, but as a high schooler, I did and played all sports, really. And then when cross-country running came up, when I was actually in my senior year, I got sort of coerced into joining the team, and I lived in Regina, Saskatchewan. Over hill and dale, I knew nothing about it, cold temperatures, snow, you name it. It was tough, but the thing was, I ran and I did well, and I thought, wow, I've not really trained or done anything like this before. Maybe I could be good at it, you know.
Who decided you were a middle distance runner, first and foremost?
Oh, you know, you always have mentors in your life. It was a club coach in Regina, Saskatchewan, my friend now, Larry Longmore, and he just said, Lynn, you should stick at this. You could really be good at it. And really, it meant a lot to me at that time.
Sure, because there are other options in track and field, and you could run long distance, and all of that, relay.
Oh, he threw me
sprint.
in an 800, I remember. 800 meters, what's that? Couple laps of the track. Well, okay. And I do, because I coach my daughter and my son and a number of other kids now at Ocean Athletics, and you know, I know what it's like to not know what it means to jump in an 800, go like blazes and just die on the home stretch.
Exactly.
Holy cow.
But every runner, I think, every professional runner, every Olympian finds their niche. You know, what am I really good at? Am I a ski jumper, or am I a cross-country person, or should I be in the slalom course? Even though you can run all four.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think as parents, we just try and expose our kids to as many things as we can, hoping they find some passion. And that was pivotal for me in that cross-country year. There was a little feeling inside. When I did well, even though I thought it was really a hard sport, I thought, wow, maybe if I focus on this, I could do something. And I didn't know what that meant, but that, I remember, I thought that.
Sure. And where's that medal now?
Oh, it's tucked in my bag of goodies at home.
It's not on the wall.
Well, it's not.
Well, could be one day.
I like to share it. I take it around to schools and things.
Sure, because that race made world news, as you know.
It was a crazy race.
Crazy race. That's when. Were you in the one? Yeah, you were in the one where Mary Decker from the U.S. ran into Zola Budd from South Africa, or Zola Budd ran into Mary Decker. Collision.
And I made sure they stayed down. She stayed down, and I snuck in there.
Why do middle distance runners run into one another? What goes on the track?
It's crazy. I mean, you're vying for a spot. The track is, you know, the lanes are only this wide. So when you've got a really competitive field and the elbows are flying, you kind of bang into one another. And any runner will tell you that it's kind of strange. You can be running side by side down a wide street, and somehow or another, there's like a vortex that kind of pulls you in towards one another, and you have to find your space. So collisions do happen for sure.
Sure, and is it the start that is the secret to winning the race? So you have a good start, a bad start, or what is it, or do you know?
That's a good question. Middle distance, that's the fun part about middle distance running, is that you have to have all those elements. You have to have a fast start, and you have to have a fast finish, but you got to have some endurance right smack dab in the middle. So there's a lot of strategy.
Sure. How far is it?
Well, it's considered kind of 800 meters on up through 3,000 meters, 5K. That's kind of middle distance.
Okay, so you don't hit the wall or anything.
Well, the bear can jump on your back.
I'd hit the wall.
Yeah, that's marathon talking there for sure. Yeah.
Your kids, all runners? Whole family run?
They like to run. They're athletic. They compete. Yeah.
Specific sports?
So I've been a soccer mom for a long time. So you run chasing a ball, and they were all good at it, and they still are. And some have sort of migrated into the track and field zone now.
How great.
It's fun.
And you bring the oranges, right, on those rainy days.
You betcha.
No donuts allowed. Now, this book, The Beginning Runner's Handbook, should get any one of us off our butts
I love this
and
book.
onto the sidewalk or the track
It's
or
true.
into the woods, right?
It's true. Super proud of this book. With Sport Med, it's been a team, a collaborative effort, and my coach and mentor, friend, Dr. Doug Clement, has written the foreword, and in fact was the forerunner for the programs that I've evolved in my role at Sport Med as a run walk coach. The big thing, people do too much, too fast, too soon. Those are my favorite words, and we just got to get out there and be kind to ourselves. I call it the cha-cha. Let's do the shuffle, do the cha-cha, and learn with your body and mind how to tackle the impact of running without it being so tough.
Someone called you, maybe you called yourself, the walk-run coach.
Right.
So you don't just, fly around Stanley Park first day out.
It's true. It seems so simple, right? Throw your shoes on, and why can't I just go out and even run for 20 minutes? But you got to respect it. It's tough on the body, but if you take it nice and easy and progressive and go at a pace that's right for you, by and large, you really can do it. And you do. You progress from an interval of running, and in the beginning, it's a shuffle, 1 minute, and then you alternate that with periods of walking. And progressively the run portion increases and the walking decreases.
Sure. And as you watch runners who are really gorgeous runners, it
for
almost
sure.
seems they were born to run. I don't know if you've seen The Descendants with George Clooney.
Right.
Did you see him running in that?
Yeah.
He's a bad runner. He's so sexy. And he is the funniest runner. I thought, you shouldn't run.
Please don't do that right now.
I know, even though you're playing a part, do not run, because he didn't have a
nice
I don't know
flow.
what it was.
I know. You picture, when you think of runner, I do anyway. I picture the mountains and the ocean and somebody just kind of floating along. And
with the arms and the legs going kind of
Well,
right and
it's
all of
true.
that, and there's a flow. But is there a body type that makes a better runner than another?
Some of us are more predisposed to it than others. And, I think you can still work with what you've got.
Sure. Well, you said fat, skinny,
I do.
old.
It's all possible. It's all about, personal pacing.
Sure.
But that beauty in a true gifted runner is a very nice thing to watch.
Breathing important,
Just
stride
let the
important.
Flow, yeah, let the breathing flow. And the stride becomes better as you get stronger.
Well, the other thing I read that you said is when you start, you should be able to have a conversation with whoever you're running with.
For sure. That's key. You should be able to string a few sentences together and not be huffing and puffing.
Sure, not hurl on your first go-round.
How about that? How much fun is that anyway?
It's not fun.
Well,
I
that's
did it
it.
in track in high school.
Right.
I go, oh, that's not attractive. Not doing that again. No.
Pick your activity. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, equipment.
You just need a decent pair of shoes, a good pair of shoes.
Which means?
It means visiting a run walk store. Alliance Athletics has a bunch of stores around the Lower Mainland that are fantastic. You should go in. If you go ahead and bring your oldest pair of shoes so that they can have a look at the wear on the bottoms, the soles, so they can have some idea of your wear pattern. And if they know their stuff, they should make you do a little bit of walking, a little bit of shuffling, so they can analyze your gait. There's a few things they do to figure out what shoe is right for you, just to determine what your foot plant is like, a little bit about your biomechanics. Take a look at how, what your heel is like, how wide you are in the forefoot. Shoes are so technical now that you can go in there and love the nice blue pair up on the wall, but if it's not right for you, you could have some, some trouble.
You always need to get somebody who really knows how to fit your foot.
Well, it's true, yeah. That's all you really need. There's wonderful technical clothes out there that breathe and will help you feel good, but you can get out there and make a start with not too much other than the shoes on your feet.
And they breathe and they also wick, as they say.
Do.
They wick off the sweat.
And it's astounding.
And they keep you warm.
Well, I remember testing, different products. Even as a runner, way back when, we didn't have those technical fabrics, and you can get so hot in something that doesn't wick the moisture away. So it moves that sweat away from your body, and
Sure.
you just feel comfortable.
And if you don't work up a sweat, it's totally okay.
You're just doing the
You say.
cha-cha, remember? Keep
You're
it
just
nice
doing
and
the
easy.
cha-cha. You're
Yeah.
just moving. What is this? You see people on the seawall now with poles.
Oh,
What's
fantastic.
that about?
I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be a Nordic walker, but those poles are fantastic. Great, they promote great posture. You use and engage your upper body, your core. If running or a combination of running and walking is what you're doing, these poles are beautiful.
Exercise a different muscle, a longer muscle? What's
Well,
the drill? Because cross-country skiing is good for us,
Well,
right?
think about it that way. That's how Nordic walking evolved. And so you're on land, but with every time you even gently plant that pole or give yourself a little push, you engage your core and your upper body, and a whole bunch of calories are burned that way too.
Okay, is that it?
It's a good thing.
Well, it does look a little silly.
It does, and don't knock it till you try it. I'm
I
telling
know,
you.
but it does look a little silly. Lynn
Where's
Kanu-
the snow?
Where's the snow, and what are you doing on the seawall with
Right.
ski poles? I mean, really. But anything to keep fit, get fit. The Beginning Runner's Handbook, the proven 13-week run-walk program, and we'll come back with Lynn.